Hello folks, this is Chris Roode again, and it's time for Easy How to Paint. Here we go. Okay, today, episode 5, we're going to do some more detailing. This time, I think I'm going to work a little bit on there, but I want to start on the foreground right here. And this is kind of fun with all the little cacti and bush and sand. It's just kind of fun. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna start. Let's dust this a little bit. Okay, and here we go. Let's take. We're gonna start down here. Okay, we're gonna start right down there, and let's see. Now, down here, we got some sand and stuff, but I want to put down, there's actually a real definite line that goes across here, and it kind of has a slight amount of green, even though this color right here, which is the tan that I had working a little bit for me here. I'm going to put a little bit of dark in there and some green. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there, like that. I'm going to get this kind of covered a little bit. And we're just gonna go. I'm not gonna do too much detail, but I want to get in here and do some fun stuff. Actually, fun stuff. A little bit much there. Get some of that in there. That's it. And a little more of that. Ooh, that looks good there. Let's see. So we're going to really get fun stuff here. All right. This is mixing on the canvas is, I think, always a good idea, because when it's wet, you know, and you can like, oh, that's a little bit better than what I put on there, and it's just like, that looks really good. And you're kind of like adjusting it all the time. Say, oh, that looks good. Oh, wait a minute, that's a little bit too much there. And then you can adjust it and keep going. And make some nice little stuff going on. Make some nice little lines. You know, painting is like you're making a set, and each and every swash of your does something to your set. You know, and you want this set to look aesthetic. You want to have an aesthetic to it, and it's just like these set designers. They look for when every shot. Even they try to make every single frame something beautiful to look at. You know, it's kind of interesting the way set designers work. And I'm not saying this is for set design, but it's kind of like the same thing. Every stroke is kind of you want it to lay down and look neat, and just the swash. You know, all your impressionists and all your impressionists, they all, they didn't worry about what the picture, I mean, what they were painting. They were worried about how they wanted to hit each brush stroke. Each brush stroke was important to them. That's why it was so beautiful. That's why the Impressionists were so, because they made something, and if you go look up close at it, it didn't look like anything, but you amazingly get far back, or and there it was, pictured right there, and you didn't even realize it. These are geniuses, really, at manipulating the paint. Gosh, nothing that I'm nothing that I could be like them, but that's kind of what I aspire to a little bit. Putting down every stroke that can be beautiful. Every stroke. Yeah. So we're always striving, but we're not panicking. We're always striving. We're not panicking, though. That's the thing. You don't have to worry. And that's the thing about the Impressionists. They didn't worry about it, and things turned out so nice for them, but just by having fun. They were just like, Van Gogh. Even though he was a troubled soul, I think he was so happy when he was painting, and he was releasing his emotions, amazing. So I like doing all these things, just like laying things down and saying, wow, that looks neat. Just that brushstroke looks neat. That brushstroke, and just like, that's neat. And if you could hit a whole bunch of brushstrokes that look neat, oh my gosh, your whole painting will look good. And that's what you're striving for and not panicking about. That's the whole thing. And so here we are. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Just like get some pretty strokes going, and we don't have to worry about things not lining up or not being correct, because really nothing is incorrect. It's all about your perspective and what you feel is correct. That's right, especially in painting. Now, and you're the creator of this. Nobody else. You're the creator, and that's what we like to do. We just like to create, and it's just beautiful to create. It's just like, and not like we're about like God, but that you get a good feeling about creating something that's aesthetic, and maybe not beautiful, but it's aesthetic. People want to look at it. Ooh, look at that. That looks beautiful, because you're putting down beautiful curves and lines and details that are just like neat looking. And so this is what it's all about, folks. It's all about aesthetics and how you feel about that looks nice and what you think looks nice, because we don't care what the critics think. We don't worry about critics, and that's good not to worry about what they think, because there's so many critics out there, and they wouldn't have any idea how to do a painting with that. They sure can try to say something about how it's made, huh? Yeah, well, we're not worried about them critics. We just do what we want to do, And look at this, looks pretty nice, huh? As we're talking about all this stuff, just like this stuff. Going to town here, and we're just laying the groundwork right now. Just like, seeing what the basing things on all these details that are out here, and it's just kind of fun. And let's see, let's put down this nice little tan area here again, and we're going to go back. Excuse me, we're going to go back through this again. But I like this stuff. I like the sand. Even brightens things up, and you got different colors in the sand. That's why I got those two different tan colors, because you mix those in, and it looks nice. Mix those two colors together and mix them on the canvas, and yeah, you know, it looks beautiful. You know. So look at that. Oh, geez. So, and we're just going back and forth here. I'll move my water a little bit so I can get in here. See, mix those two tan colors together, and get some nice looking things going. That's like a river, a little creek bed. That's dried creek bed. And it's like running through the right here, and it's all dried up, and all dried up. Oh, look at some darker area here. Even a little bit of orange in there. Let's see. Oh, dark. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Let's get some tan and orange in there. Oh, and mix that in there. These are nice colors in this, and it's a simple, easy. And you think that this area is boring, but you can create all kinds of things going on in here. It's not boring, isn't it funny? You think, oh, that's just what is it? The sand. When you first look at it, you go, oh, it's just sand over there. You know, I see the sand. You know, but it's not just sand. It's all kinds of things going on. It's all kinds of things going on. And see that little thing in the background, huh? Look at that. That's beautiful. And some more over here. That's pretty. And I got it stops right there at that rocks, at the red rocks, and it's just like it stops. It turns into a different. See, you got a kind of bluish gray, and then you have the red, and you have the green, and it's the different layers, and the blue. Oh my gosh, this has every color in it. This is a interesting painting. That's why I picked it. But you know, at first glance, it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like much at all. But let's go and have fun with this stuff here. All right, we're going to get this going here. Let's see. I'll move this back here. All right. So. Yeah, look at that. So you got some nice little things going here. I want to put some darker things going But that'll be later. I think that'll be for next episode. This is turning into a pretty long picture, isn't it, folks? The painting is going on and on and on. But you know what? I would just start another painting. So this is a teaching painting, and I'm just teaching all the different types of things that are going on in painting. And you don't have to start a new painting to start. To give you instructions on all these beautiful things that we're doing, so we'll hang out with this painting for a while. Sometimes people want to get done in a half an hour with a painting. I don't think that's necessary, and I don't think that's right even. I think painting should be you put all your energy into it, and you just you get involved in the landscape and say, oh yeah, and all these things are just wonderful. Then, and you start saying, oh, that's wonderful. Look at that over there. Look at that there. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And wow, it's just amazing way to look at nature itself. Even painting. You get so involved in nature. It's beautiful, and you see all the creation that God has done, and you go, oh my gosh, look at that! That's so beautiful. And so here we are. I'm going to go back up again, and I want to see what kind of separation we're going to have here. I'm going to separate this a little bit, and then I'll come back and put some things in there. But these are layers anyway. We're putting in layers. Putting in layers. I don't like this area right here. I wanted to change this last week. I wanted to make this a little shorter and just put that in there like that. I thought that was... And you see, some of the stuff has such a hard line in them. I mean, they're very hard lines. That the rocks make very hard lines when the shadow hits them, and you have to put that hard line in there. It's very interesting, and how those rocks against the shadows, when the shadows come out, it's a hard line. So I wanted to change that to a fairly hard line right there. Let's see, bam. I'm going to put that like that. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of talking about a hard line. There's a bunch of rocks down here, and they're separating this too, and not everywhere, but just a couple places. And I just wanted to get that out there. Look at that. Okay, this is all a process, like I said, all a process, and we're going to do this systematically, but with a lot of fun involved, and just like play with things for and if it doesn't work out, change it later or change it now. We don't care. We're going to just have a lot of fun. You see this right here? This is on the other side of that rock right there. And we're going to flatten that brush a little bit. It's a little flat. And see how this works. Look at that. Oh my. We're going to change this a little bit later. And we're going to need to get some tan and do some little tan stuff up here too. See these little, we're making little rock faces. Just like putting in little rock faces. Just little rock faces. We're not hitting it everywhere we did the last part because it has so many colors in rocks. You're just giving the rock another one of its varied colors. And we may come in and do some more varied colors. Yeah, see? And you're just touching it and putting a beautiful smudge of color. A little smudge of color. Oh yeah, we love those little smudges of color. And then, oh looky here. And we're just like redefining again. I think I like that. I like that going in there. And then we're going to put some more orangish and raw umber and raw sienna. And get these colors going here. We're going to more of these rock faces that are beautiful little rocks. And they come down as a rock face. Look at that rock face. Another rock face. Hey, look at that. We're going to get some more rock faces. And they're the smudges. Come on, they're the smudges. You smudge them out. Yeah, that looks very nice. Yes, and we're doing pretty good here. We're doing pretty good today. Let's see here. We're going to lighten this up a little bit. Lighten that up what we were doing. Put a little bit more lighter. Come on. Let's get a little lighter. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Get some nice smudges. And then you see some of these rocks that have striations and there's a shape inside the rock. And it goes like this, it's kind of like a shape. And let's dab some of that lighter stuff down a little bit. That works a little bit to our advantage when you take your thumb or your finger and you dab it down a little bit with your finger. And you take some of that paint that's on your finger and you dab it somewhere else. And it kind of like brings that color all over the place. beautiful. I use my thumb a lot. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to use your thumb and your finger. It doesn't mess you up very much. You know, you could have you just wash your hands with soap and water and scrub it a little bit, and the paint comes off. Not like oil paints. You know what? I don't like the oil paints, like I've said before, but you know what? They are nice. Oil paints have its place, but I don't like using them. And I did use oil paints for a while, and now I'm strictly acrylics. Let's get this clean here. Oh, we're coming along, aren't we? We're coming along. And I think we did a lot in that foreground. Don't you think that's pretty nice in that foreground? I hope you guys had fun with that. We're coming to basically the end of the video today, and I'm just going to do a couple more things, and we're going to call it for today. And like I said, you don't have to rush through this. I just start another painting, but this gives you a whole lot of information in each painting of how to do a whole lot of varied things. I'm going to get out my my liner, you know, maybe get some cracks in there. Get a little bit of cracks going, you know, I don't know where. Let's see. You know, light cracks, we're going to follow with the darker cracks, and but these liners are fun to work with. So like I said, and like I look at that. That's nice. We're gonna kind of like close up shop for today, I think. But I hope you guys had fun today. This has been a pretty interesting painting session. Now look at that! Look at that foreground. Doesn't that look interesting right now? As far as it's the shadows of some things to come. Can you see how it could spring up and those cloudy formations become something? But there it is. You can, and it's all impressionistic at that point. You can see that. Can you see all the things springing up out of the from the sand and everything? Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, folks. I think this is it for today, and I'll see you next time on Easy How to Paint.